What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bulls to the Wall Trading, a channel made where I share my experiences in the stock market, my watch list, my tips, my tricks, my overall thoughts on the stock market. My hopes for this channel is for any viewer to send me their questions or their requests for videos, and I will do so. Basically, I just want to share what I've learned within the stock market and pass all my knowledge down. This video is going to be my watch list for September 26, 2017. Before I get to that, my disclaimer is that I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. This is all just my these are just my tips, my suggestions. Please do your own research, and by no means does this mean that anything that I discuss you have to buy and you have to invest in the stock. No, please do your own research. I'm also not being funded by any company. I am doing this independently, not being asked to push any product. It's just me telling you guys what works for me. Alright, with that being said, let me go into the stocks that I will be looking at for tomorrow. So I have it broken down into two sections. I'm going to start with these right here, the keep an eye section. The first one is going to be CLDX. The reason I like this stock is because today, as you can see here, it just made a pretty strong uptrend most of the day, from the open up until about 2 in the afternoon. You can just see that momentum going up, and it reached a high of 314 and it started to sell off. The reason I like this is because if it can go back up to 314 and break that 314, it could potentially make a move again. So what I like to do is I like to draw my line right here, my resistance line, at the high point, and that's just for my eyes to know, okay, I want it to go above that. So with this stock, I'm going to keep an eye on it tomorrow morning before the market opens in the pre-market session to see how it responds. If it keeps going down, I'm not going to do anything with it, but if it starts to come up close to this 314, it'll definitely get my interest again. Moving on to the next one, CAPR. Looks like I had a line here before. I think I had this one on my watch list. I made a video about this one. This was on my watch list for today, and I made a video today, a recap video where I discussed this stock. So I had it. I had the line right here, and let me zoom in. I had my resistance line drawn here, as you can see that the price broke it and it went above. That would have been a nice little gain, and I think it broke it above. It broke above also right here, so it made another nice gain here. The reason I like it though is because it made gains and it just kept going up, and then it just kind of fizzled out and went down. So this is the same situation as CLDX. I'm gonna draw my line right here at 234. And my hopes for tomorrow in the pre-market session and when the market opens is that it starts to curl back up close to that 234 line, and if when the market opens it goes above that 234 line, it could be a good play to invest in it. So now the ones that I'm really going to be looking at are these right here, the continuation. So let me start from the bottom. EKSO is another one that I had today on my watch list. So I had this one today. It didn't do anything. It didn't break the line that I had drawn out, this purple line, this purple resistance line. It didn't break it all day, but it did break it, as you can see here in the post market. So it went all the way up to 158, and now it's just kind of coming back down to around 141. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my resistance line right here at 158, and I'm going to keep an eye on this one. So tomorrow morning in the pre-market, I would want it to be trading around here, and hopefully when the market opens, breaks above 158, and that's a green light. I mean, obviously it's not just that, it's not just breaking above. You want other things like a healthy volume, a good RSI, so on and so forth. But for the most part, this is probably the most important thing, is just that break above. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one. Next one, SRAX, same situation. Let's see what it did today. Really didn't do much. Actually, no, it did. So here's where it opened, and you could tell it opened up at around 178. Man, it really made moves. It ended the day at $2.44. So this one again, it moved up all day. The reason I like it is because it moved up all day, but in the pre-market it kept moving, and it reached the high of the day in the post-market session. Post-market session. So the reason I like this one is because it reached the high of the day in the post-market, so it's getting some action. Eyes are looking at it. There's a lot of people trading this one right now. So it's a very good chance that that will continue in the pre-market tomorrow and when the market opens at 9:30. So same thing with this one as I do with all of them. I put my line right there, and same mentality. If this one is able to cross above the 254 mark, the $2.54 mark, combined with other things that I look for, volume, MACD, RSI, this one could be a very good one. So you got to keep an eye on it. Let's go to the next one. ARDM, this is the same situation. Oh, let me zoom out. So I think okay, so I had my line drawn out. This was another one that I had as a watch list for today, but you can tell that when the market opened, it just kind of dipped down, didn't really do much, and now it's up here at 354, and my line is at 365. So ideally we want this one to break above the 365 line, 365 price point, for it to keep going. So I have to be careful with this one not to draw my resistance line right here, because in reality it's not going to be right there, it's going to be right here. And why is it right here? Because that's the highest point that it reached. Some people would probably trade right here at the 354, but I like to play it safe and I like to play the high right here. So that's just me. Let's go to the next one, PGH. And this one, same thing. The graph is a little choppy, doesn't look as healthy as some of the other charts, but by now you guys should be starting to see a pattern. You know, all these things are moving up and they end in an uptrend. So same thing with this one as the other ones. I'm going to draw my line right here at 123, and I am going to keep an eye on this one tomorrow morning. It did a healthy uptrend all day, and it ended the day on a high note. So we want that momentum to keep going in the post market, which right now it's not really doing much, but in the pre-market that can change. You never know. So that's why if you identify a stock that has potential, see it through. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, the stock market is extremely unpredictable, and you just have to see it through. So we want this one to keep moving and break above that $1.23 mark. Next one is ASNA, and this one I really like because today it did nothing. I mean, it was just flatlining, and all of a sudden when the market closed, it just spiked up to $2.71 when it was trading at $2.14, $2.16. So something is driving this up. It's probably right here, earnings call. It had an earnings call, so that's basically what happened. So there's a lot of action going on in this stock, especially in the post market. So Same thing as I did with all the other ones, and same things as I'm gonna do from here on out. I'm gonna identify the highest point, draw my line, and that's gonna be my resistance. So tomorrow I'm gonna keep an eye on it and hope that it breaks above that 271 resistance line that I drew. It's all the same things that I do. Every stock that I identify, I do the same thing. Draw my line, and then I just check up on it the next day. And this one, ITUS, is the last one. This one is another one that I had on my watch list for today, but I missed it because I was busy doing something else. And this one really hurt because it went up like $1.50 from let's see, $2.56 to $4.30. It made an incredible jump, but it still looks good. It's still moving in the post market. It reached that high of 430, and then it kind of went down, but it gained momentum and it went back up, and now in the post market it's still going up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw my line right here at the 430 mark, and same mentality with all the other ones. I'm gonna keep an eye on it and hope that it can break above that 430. This one's probably the best one out of all the stocks that I have, because with the jump that it made, with the what was it, like $1.50 jump that it made, I can guarantee you that everybody's watching this. Tomorrow this one could continue to go because everybody's gonna realize, holy crap, this company just made a huge gain, made a huge jump. Let's try to keep it going. Most likely what will happen is people who held overnight, somebody that might have bought here, as soon as the market opens, they're going to sell because they're going to cash in their profits. But once that's over, it can bounce back and continue to move up past the 430 mark. So my two favorite ones are going to be ITUS and ASNA, even though this one has a lot of ground to cover. But again, you never know what's going to happen in the stock market. And like I said, if you identify stocks as potential, see it through. I mean, you're identifying them for a reason. They have potential for a reason. Don't discard them just because. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on all of these, and hopefully one or two of these work out the way we want it to, and we can make some quick money. That's gonna be it for this watch list. If you have any questions, if you don't understand what you're looking at, if you don't know how to read candlesticks or any of this, please let me know, leave a comment, and I will be glad to make a video explaining all this to you. Hope this helps. Please subscribe and like, and have a great rest of your Have a great rest of your Monday night. Thanks, everybody.